Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 2020 Career Readiness webinar series. My name is Fo Palmer Murphy. I am the Director of Alumni Affairs and Outreach for the University of the District of Columbia. I am so excited today to have with us the Office of Career Services. I've had so many alum, especially our recent grads, reach out to me with questions regarding this current job market. It inspired me to reach out to my colleagues and ask if we could put together this webinar series. I know that you're prepared. Your degree has made you more than equipped for this job market, but we want to strengthen your chances and provide you with resources and tools that will help you to stand out. So I'm going to turn over this webinar to my awesome colleagues in the Office of Career Services, and Jonathan Niles. He's going to take it from here. It's all yours, Jonathan.
Hello. Thank you so much, Ms. Palmer. I'm so excited to be talking with UDC and Firebird Alumni. We are representing the Office of Career Services today for the Alumni Career Readiness webinar series. Today's presentation is on an introduction to our career management system known as Handshake. Some of you may be familiar with it. If not, by the end of the PowerPoint, hopefully you will be. Some introductions, first of all. So we have career counselor, Ms. Takesha Wilson, who will be on the call with us and introducing us to the Handshake system, as well as Mr. Derek Jordan, the coordinator of employment outreach. My role at the Office of Career Services is coordinator of employment outreach for the Van Ness campus. So some objectives, what we expect you to be able to have accomplished by the end of this presentation is to be able to discuss career development as a top priority. Hopefully, we can help you understand why this can be a valuable resource to you in your career development, this Handshake career management system. We want to overview a little bit of what the Office of Career Services does. Maybe some of you have become familiar with us through your time at UDC, but and if not, that's okay. We're here to introduce you to the Office of Career Services. We're going to demonstrate this Office of Career Services Handshake career management system, a place where you can look up jobs and connect with employers, find job opportunities. We'll show you how to get it on your mobile device, how you can download the app. Want you to know a little bit about us so you can put a face to the name. And then hopefully we'll have an opportunity to review some of the upcoming career events.
Excuse me, Mr. Niles.
Yeah.
We cannot see your PowerPoint screen.
All right, thank you very much for that. Let me apologize. I was sharing there. Let me see. Can we see now?
Yes, that's great.
All right, thanks, Ms. Wilson. Again, there's the team names, team members' names. Recap some of what we hope to accomplish within this presentation. Now, the Office of Career Services, or OCS's mission is that every student will achieve their highest level of human potential for career success. We want to help you find a job that's fulfilling and purposeful to you. This connects to our larger mission, which is to prepare undergraduate and graduate students, as well as alumni, you all, for career services through career planning, career readiness, and career opportunities, the 3 C's. And we do that in partnership with employers, recruiters, faculty, and staff to empower you all to become transformative leaders in workforce, government, nonprofit sectors, and beyond. So that's some of what the Office of Career Services is about. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this system known as Handshake. The Handshake system is our career management system that helps students and alumni. You all apply for jobs, internships, other positions, and register for information sessions, attend career workshops, schedule appointments with us. and employers, and there's a lot more to it. So we'll go right to it. I'm going to pass the presentation abilities along to our career counselor, Ms. Wilson. And I believe I can do that from my end. So I'm going to go ahead, pass it over to you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Mrs. Wilson, and I am the career counselor at the Van Ness campus. And I work with the colleges, the School of Business and Public Administration. I work with the students from Causes, and I work with the students from Seed. So I just want to say welcome again. We are so glad that you decided to join us, and give me a minute while I pull up my screen. Thank you. All right. Thank you for bearing with us through technology. So we're going to discuss Handshake today, and I'm going to give you a brief walkthrough over some sections that are very valuable to you as alumni for Handshake. As Ms. Palmer said, we know that you are well prepared, but we want to make sure that we strengthen and equip you with all the resources that we at UDC and the Office of Career Services has for you. So we already talked about what Handshake is. I'm not going to do that, but Handshake is our career management system, and you can go there to find jobs. You can find internships. You don't need internships, but you're looking for employment, full-time jobs, part-time jobs. You can also register for employer events, our job fairs, career fairs, and you all have access to these resources as an alumni at UDC. And how would you get to Handshake? So we're going to click on the screen, click on right here, udc.joinhandshake.com. That's the best way to go. Can you still see my screen? Okay, let me stop and start sharing. Can you see my screen now? Thank you, Mr. Niles. What I'm going to discuss are the very important parts of Handshake. And my system, my account was already open. But what you would have to do, once you would go to www.joinhandshake.com, you will either create your account for the first time if you have not created your account, and or you would log in. And how would you do that? You will use your same credentials as your UDC email login. So all that same information will work for you to log into Handshake. Every student and every alumni already has an account with Handshake, but you have to set it up, and if you never set it up before. So I'm going to go to the profile section, which is really key. And as a student, when you first join Handshake, you start to join Handshake, the best thing to do is to, excuse me, as a student, as an alumni of Firebird, you want to set up your profile. And I'm just going to walk you through the brief aspects of setting up your profile. And if you need any further assistance, you can make an appointment with your respective career counselor, and that's according to your major. Dr. Sandstrong, she is a career counselor for CAS, the College of Arts and Sciences. So at the Van Ness campus, you'll either be meeting with me and or Dr. Sandra Shandstrong for all your career development needs and assistance. And my journey, what you can do, you can upload your resume, build your profile faster. And if you if you upload your resume, it will help you pull the information from your resume to build your profile. The Handshake system is designed to mirror LinkedIn. It's very important that you get involved with using Handshake because this is a great source of networking for opportunities for employment and other career development resources. And I have heard a lot of people say, is Handshake real? Can you really find jobs? Yes, this is a real system. We find jobs for students. A lot of employers and recruiters all over the world access college students to recruit top talent for current positions. So with my journey, it says, what are you passionate about? What are you looking for in Handshake? What are your experiences or skills? And if anyone has heard of a professional summary, a profile and or summary, that information will go in that section. Again, if you need any assistance with any career development needs, we, the career counselors here, are here to assist you. You will complete your education section here, and it says to add your school. So if you click right here, it's going to give you the information to set up for your school. You have the school name, education level, you set your dates, your major, your minor. If you use LinkedIn, this is similar to LinkedIn, as I mentioned. You put your department GPA and your CUME GPA. So then you would just save. The next section is work in or volunteer experience, and you would do it the same way. You would find a company name, and if any of the say waste management, and you put the job title, employer, the start date, the end date, the location where you work. So this is almost building your profile. And again, if you upload your resume, it's going to help pull stuff from your resume to enter onto your profile. And you would push save, and you would add the next job accordingly. For organizations and extracurricular activities, anything that you was a part of while you were at UDC and since you have graduated, if you're part of community organizations, professional organizations, involved in your church, any leadership activities, anything that would help make your resume stand out, you would add the organization right here. You would click the icon. You would add the position, organization, time, start date, end date, location. You would give a brief description of the organization and what you did with that organization. And you would push save. Now, courses. What is a course that you have taken? Now, you don't want to list all of your courses that you've taken at UDC while you were a student. And I would say you only want to select your core courses that you have taken regarding your major. So for instance, if you were finances or accounting, you're going to put all your core accounting classes in this section. If you took courses outside of the university since you graduated, you want to put that information here. Professional development activities. If you attended a seminar, a workshop, or any type of training, you want to add that information in this section. And any special projects that you did while you were at the university, and if you're working on some now, maybe if you did something in a community or with a community organization, any special projects, whether it's research, events, or activities, that would go here. And so what you would do, you would just click on the buttons and the icons accordingly, and you would put that information in. And you would put the course name, if there was a course code, if you was a TA, a course reader, you would add all of that information, and a TA is a teacher's assistant. And that was while you were at the university. Again, projects right here. And I'm not sure if anyone is aware of, but volunteer experience, community service experience does count towards work experience, especially if you're applying for a job in the federal government. They look at your work experience they look at your volunteer experience and your community service experience as employment. They count it towards years of professional work experience. So don't shy away from that. And then if you go over to the left, you will see this section when it says discover more students. And this is just, again, like if you had your network on LinkedIn, you can discover people that maybe have a similar interest, academic interest, career interest, and you can connect with them if you want to. The skills sections, it gives you a selected skills to select from, and it says select suggested skills, excuse me. And you can click on customer service, data analyst, editing, event planning, Excel, and you can add them. So let's just say I'm going to add Excel. You see Excel was added. If I want to add leadership, if I wanted to add event planning, you can add all those skills. Next, any important documents, maybe research papers that you did, a capstone course paper, a major writing, if you presented research at a conference, any major documents that you would like to showcase, you can upload and put that on your profile as well. And that wraps it up for the profile section. And you can make this public when it says my profile, I made it public, and it says your profile is visible to employers, students, and alumni across all Handshake universities. You'll be able to message students and alumni who have similar interests and or experiences. So I just want you to remember that that's how you want to start networking, especially during this time when it's pandemic, when it's during the pandemic and COVID-19. You really want to utilize all your resources, and you want to become very equipped and comfortable with doing things virtually and doing things remotely. And this is how you can quickly build your network, by using systems and platforms such as Handshake, LinkedIn, Facebook, and any other professional platform that's out there. And I'm going to go to one more section to show you how you can make an appointment with a career counselor if you're interested as an alumni. Excuse me. Once you log into your account, what I clicked on, if you didn't know, I clicked on Career Center right here, and it will bring you to this page. And you will see the UDC Career Services banner. And what can we help you find? You see that it has appointments scheduled to meet with an expert and build your career. Now, when you see appointments, this means you can schedule an appointment with a career counselor. Resources, I'm going to get to that, but we have a library, a digital resource library, where we have the latest information that can help you with creating a resume, creating a cover letter, interviewing skills, networking events, elevator pitch, just a plethora of information. The experiences section you see right here, it is very important if you, once you do obtain a job, and if you did do an internship or any type of work experience that you've had, we would love to capture it in Handshake. Even if the career services didn't help you lead that, help you get that job, you got it on your own. We need that information. It's very important data, because we need to track what our students are doing and how well they are doing. And this helps our report card of UDC in regards to the degree that you have attained and your employment outcomes for our students. So please complete this experience module. I will briefly go through it. And then surveys. And surveys is just your experience with the Career Counseling Center, with the Career Center, and or with your meeting with the career counselor. And it's just 4 or 5 questions, and it's very easy, but we use that information to make sure that we're providing the best services for all of our students and alumni, and how can we enhance our services to meet your needs. For the appointments, I'm going to click on that module, that box, and right here you will see schedule a new appointment. This may show up a little bit differently, but it says the CSO migrated appointment. Let's see, what can I do? Now for me, because I'm also a staff member, it's not letting me do that. But what you would do, you would click on, for example, if you want to make an appointment with me today or tomorrow, Thursday, October the 1st, this box will be where you can click on the box. And then once you see the box, you'll see a list of appointment times, and you will select an appointment time that fits in your schedule. Now, I will get that message directly in Handshake, but I want you to understand, when you are scheduling an appointment this way, it's only an appointment request. It's not a guaranteed appointment. Once I receive the request, I have to go in and approve it. And you will receive a message once it's approved that your appointment is approved to meet with me at that particular time. Now, if I cannot meet with you at that time, maybe I had a meeting that's coming up, or I have to do a presentation, or something else is going on, or maybe I'm not in the office, I will cancel that meeting or I will not accept it. But I will always call and or send an email to let you know that this is not a good time. Can we schedule something that's better? So your appointment will never just get canceled, or we never will decline your appointment. You will always receive a phone call and or email with a particular reason why we need to set a new date for your schedule, a new date for your appointment. So just remember, when you make an appointment through the Handshake system, it's an appointment request, and I have to approve the request. And once you receive the final approval, whether that's a phone call or automatic approval from Handshake, then you can be assured that your appointment has been approved for that time. Okay, so let's go back to the Career Center. And I'm going to show you the resources that I was discussing. You'll click on resources. And this is all the information that we have. Clothing, okay. Some of this stuff, I thought it would come from a student's side because I do have a student account. I logged in as a student. But for example, we have resume templates. This is something that's very popular, so I'll showcase this. And we have different resume templates that you can select and choose from. If you look at it to the left, you'll see all of these resume templates you can choose from. Resume template number 5, let's just select that. It downloads. I probably have to share my screen again. You can see my screen, Mr. Niles? Thank you. Okay, so once you see this is a template, and you have to be selective of the templates that you choose because some of them are designed for students that are freshmen for entry level, and then we have some with more experience. So make sure that you're picking or selecting the right resume template that fits your style, fits your work experience, and fit what you want to portray to the recruiter and employer. And if you need assistance with looking for or searching for a resume, you can always schedule an appointment with your career counselor and we will help you through that process. But just want to show you some of the resources that we have available to you in Handshake. And this is a resume template. And what you would do, you would just put your information in. So you say Takesha Wilson, just like that. Now I have seen people, they would leave the word profession there and would not put their profession. And so you just have to be mindful to make sure that you're utilizing the template properly and that you're completing it and putting your information in and replacing with the examples. All right, so let me stop sharing my screen because I'm going to get out of this for a minute. Okay, can you still see my screen? Okay, great. Now that's just one example of the resources. Another popular one that I like to use and help students are resume verb lists. And this is another resource that's really good. And what it does, it gives you words that you can use. For example, communication and people skills. It gives you a list of other words that you can use to express on your resume. You want to make sure that your resume is competitive and that you can do what you need to do. You won't use the same words, excuse me. You don't want to use the same words. And if you're looking for a variety to explain or get your point across, you'll use a resume verb list. Okay. All right, so we're going to go back to the Career Center. We're going to move out of the resource library. And I talked about the experiences. I'm going to briefly review this section. Let's see. Okay. You would select request an experience. Again, remember I mentioned earlier that we need important data from you as an alumni as far as if you obtained a position, a job, and if you completed an internship and for some reason we don't have that information, it's very important that we track it as a university to see what our students are doing. But this is what you would do. You'll put the experience type, report your employment. You would if there's a term, that's for us if you need help with that. But basically, the academic year that you attained the job in the position, that's important information. And the employer, the location, the industry, the phone number, the job, the department, the date, the salary. I know this probably is not that important to you because you're looking for a job, but that's just information that's really helpful to us at the university. And the last section that I mentioned was the survey section, which is right here. Can you still see my screen? Okay, great, thank you. And this is a satisfaction survey for career counseling services. And it's like I said, this is just a brief review. It's asking you, who was your career counselor? Which student learning outcomes did they help you with today? Resume. What would you rate the helpfulness? How would you rate the helpfulness? And it's just a quick survey. But the most important information that I want to stress is that you create your profile on Handshake and that you're making appointments with the career counselor to get services to help you. We do have a job fair that's coming up. That's October the 22nd. It's a virtual career fair. And I know Mr. Jordan, he will help explain how you can register for that, how you can find events, how you can find jobs with Handshake. And I know that's what you really, are interested in at this particular time. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for now. And I do want to show you one more way to go to Handshake and how you can use resources from Handshake. Just going to do one more thing. Okay, can you see my screen? All right, good. Once you join Handshake, if you go through www.joinhandshake.com, you'll be immediately brought to this page. You don't have to go in through the UDC website and career services the long way, although you can access it that way. But I love this when I was doing my research. It's because this has a lot of information to help students. You can see that you can log in right here, and it will also bring you to the login page, and it probably will not because I'm logged in already. So let me log out because I want to show you how to access that. Okay, once you click on www.joinhandshake.com, and if you push login, it's going to bring you to this page right here. And you would click in, it says, please select your school to sign in. You put the University of District of Columbia, and then you'll be brought to or redirected to the sign-in page. And again, you sign into Handshake by using the UDC email credentials. It's the same information. But what I like about this, if you click on the Students tab right here, and it says Overview of Handshake, it shows you some very good information. Now, this is for part-time, full-time jobs and internships, but it tells you the employers that are hiring right now. And if you don't see a particular industry, don't get afraid. Exclusive virtual career fairs and events, learn more. And so this serves as another resource, and this is why I really love Handshake and how it works. How to get hired on Handshake. It has information that can help you get hired on Handshake. And of course, we went through complete your profile. We went through that process, and you can apply for the jobs. And you can do it right through your phone, as Mr. Niles stated earlier. And if you click on who's hiring, you'll be brought to this page again with all with the major industries: technology, finance, education, and from startup to the Fortune 500. It has an entire list right here of all of 500 companies that are hiring right now. And so you have to scroll down to the bottom, but you can see the list of companies. It's over 500 companies, and there are a lot of companies in the Washington, D.C. area. So again, Handshake is really a great resource to use. And if you see these different virtual career fairs, video interviews, get hired remotely, this is information that you need now as an alumni. Stand out in your online job hunt. How can you do that? Get hired remotely. You click on the different prompts and it has a world of information. Get hired remotely. You can read the articles. You can look at the videos. Get hired using Handshake. It has videos. Get hired, how to prepare questions for virtual career fairs with examples. Three essential virtual career fair tips for employers, from employers. So make sure that you utilize this resource. It's really a great resource that's offered to you as an alumni. And you do not have to pay additional costs for this. So I just wanted to show you how you can go directly to the Handshake website and use additional resources and information. And then once you log into Handshake as a UDC alum, you have the resources as well. So that will complete my part of this presentation. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen and we're going to hand it over to Mr. Jordan.
Okay, once I get control. Okay, so how we doing today, guys? I just wanted to come in and not only tell you how great Handshake is, I just wanted to tell you or show you some of the great functions that Handshake has for when you're job searching, when you're looking for employers, when you're just trying to check out the employer community, just to see what's going on out there. I'm also going to talk to you about different career paths that you can utilize, as well as the events that Handshake has to offer that some are going on right here at the university, as well as I'm gonna also go back over the Career Center just so to make sure that all of you can connect with anybody that you need so that we can make sure that we can prepare you for whatever employment opportunity is available at this time. So let's start out here. Here in the Handshake system, as Miss Wilson was telling you, you can go through creating a magnificent profile. But once you do that profile, once you add all of your work experience, once you add all of your experiences, as well as some of the coursework that you've gone through, you have to figure out what to do with it. And what I want to do is show you that you can just click on the jobs button right here on the main page. And from that jobs button will take you to a number of employment opportunities that Handshake has to offer that has been supplied by the university and by your coordinators and by many individuals working with many of these employers. So as you look through, let's do a specific search. We're just going to put, saying that it's already up there. We're going to put in engineer. And as we put in engineer, we're going to look, let's look for a good location. Let's try New York or San Francisco because we know two of the largest technical corridors are right there, as well as right here in the Washington, D.C. area, if you didn't know it. So as you look at, when we look at the results, all of your results will come up on your left-hand side. As you see, there are a number of engineers from all facets, from software engineers all the way down to mechanical, as well as their hardware engineer opportunities, as well as if you just want to go into cable and network and wiring. So just in this one field, you see a number over 351 jobs available to you. And on each one of these jobs, all you have to do is just simply click on the one that you're interested in. Once you click on it, it simply has the apply button right in front of you. But before you do all that, I advise all of you, make sure you take the opportunity. Look at the application deadline. Look at the posted date and also look at what the work authorizations are. Sometimes it may affect you depending on the lifestyle that you're living, the time. Some of you have families. You have a lot of different obligations in your life. There's no point going down the entire employment road if you are not prepared to take that opportunity. So please be sure, make sure not only that you're reading the role or description, but you're making sure you're aware of when the application deadlines are, the posted date, and what the authorizations are, because there's no point applying for something that you're not eligible for. But as you go through and you see the roles, they break it down. They even show you match the e-based candidate preferences. So because of the information I've done in my profile, there's already telling me it's a GPA match. It may not match all the majors in the school years, but it also matches U.S. work authorization. So right there, I at least know my marching orders if I need to proceed with this company or if it's just something that's out of my reach. It also breaks down a full description, always all the way going down to even showing you similar jobs then at the end, just in case that wasn't an opportunity that you were looking for. But not just going through the job searches, you need to understand that Handshake also offers internships. So you can be specific when you're doing your searches. You do not have to just look for employment opportunities. You can look for internship opportunities. You can look for both. You can even take the internship and employ a full-time job out of it. Let's just say that at this time, you just need something part-time. You can click on part-time and it will show you all the opportunities right there that are available in the part-time realm for you. Let's say you're a student and you're looking for on-campus employment. You can even click on on-campus employment and any employment opportunities that are in a Handshake system will show up. As of right now, there are none available, but as you know, opportunities come and go, so you should always go to look back. Now, outside of just job searches, you can do something that I think is a magnificent thing that Handshake has added, and this is sort of like your university LinkedIn. Just like on the LinkedIn systems outside of the university that many of us young professionals and even our older professionals use, you can actually go in and check the employers out. You can go in, read up, do some research, find out is that the company you want to work for. You can even follow them, see what they post, see what type of opportunities that they bring. You can even, as you look at each employer, well, they have reviews. You can even go back and check the reviews out for this employer. So you can go to their page, you can check out, you see this in my name, Alex Ayala, that has worked at a sophomore business from Georgia State. Tell you what he liked, what they wish was different, and advice. So at least you now have an opportunity to hear from somebody that's been in the company and see what type of atmosphere it is and see if it's something that you want to be a part of. So that's a beautiful thing that Handshake brings, that you're able to do that. Always remember, you can also look into the community. So as you go in the community, you can look directly at students and then just ask questions. You can talk to other alumni in other schools. You can talk to other seniors in schools, and you can get a grasp of what is going on in the employment world with them. What are some of their good points they've come across and some of the bad things they come across. You can utilize this as your own social network. So it's a great opportunity. Now, one of the biggest things is you can also look through career paths. So as you go through different career paths, some of you may look at a company such as Amazon, and you look at it as just, oh, well, they're just a distribution center. But then as you start to check through what your next moves are, you can start to research Amazon and you find out that they have at least 3 different designations within their company. You have their web services, you have their distribution center, and you also have their corporate offices. So there are a number of opportunities that they may harbor. So you don't have to just look at it for, oh, this company is just this field. You can also look at different aspects, and that's also within the different governmental agencies as well. Now, one great opportunity is the events module. Now, in the events module, you can search events from what's going on this week, what's going on this month. Well, I'm interested. Unfortunately, it's saying nothing this much, but we know there are a number of events coming along with the career fair. Some reason the connection is not coming through, but you will have the opportunity to search through all of the events that are available here. And all the events, all you have to do is click on to the event. Once you click on to the event, you simply just register for it at that time. For instance, let's go to a university event. If you were interested in this event, this is not being held at the university, but it's being sponsored along with the university. So we're participating in it. All you have to do is click the external registration. It would take you there. And then from there, you would, don't want to do that. But from there, you would go ahead and register for that specific program. Also, remember, you can register directly through the Handshake system as well by using the Handshake link. But going back to events, as you see, due to me clicking on that event, it is now scheduled onto my schedule. So as you click onto the events and you are registering, even if you don't complete registration, Handshake will remind you of the event so that you're aware of it, so that you can at least take the opportunity to still attend. So it's a great system here for you. As I was telling you before, all of these options are available once you create your profile. Then you'll be able to do a complete job search. You'll be able to search for employers. You'll be able to be connected to the community, as well as the community will be connected to you. Keep in mind, all of our services are available to you as long as you set up a profile. If you have any issues with that, upon setting up a profile in the Handshake system, they will send a link to us if there's any issue, and we will definitely get with you one by one if there's any issues, so that we can make sure that you're connected. On behalf of the Office of Career Services, we are happy that you guys are here were able to attend today to hear about all the great opportunities within the Handshake system. We believe that it's a great resource that all students that are current as well as alumni should be utilizing in their employment for their employment needs. We look forward to hearing from all of you in the near future. Did I lose you guys? As we move forward, are there any questions from anyone? Well, I guess if there's no questions, Ms. Palmer, you're welcome to have the floor.
Thank you so much for that great presentation on Handshake. I really appreciate your thorough, the examples you provided, the walkthrough. I didn't know that Handshake could do all of that. I'm a graduate of UDC. I graduated in 2005, and then I came back as staff. And I remember seeing the emails, the Handshake emails, but I had no idea that you could do all of these awesome things, connect to so many opportunities on this platform. And the one thing that I want to emphasize that I believe I heard you say is that as an alum, this platform is free to me. I don't have to pay for this, correct?
Correct.
That is wonderful. I really appreciate this collaboration with the Office of Career Services. Thank you so much for this first webinar in our Career Readiness webinar series. I have on the screen the next webinar, which will take place next week. We're going to be doing this every week for 4 weeks, really trying to equip Firebirds, with those rich resources, those tools. We want you to have the conversation and be confident when you're engaging future employers, when you're looking at, expanding your networks. And you said something that was really, really key. Don't ever take for granted your volunteer service. Like during this COVID, if you are not working, volunteer. Your volunteer service says so much about you, especially when you begin to unpack everything that you've done as a volunteer. At times, your volunteer service, it looks like an actual job. It feels like a job because you're pulled in so many directions. But it does let a future employer know all of the things that you're willing to do when you're not getting paid, when you are getting paid. It just shows your dedication and your commitment. So thank you for sharing that insight on your volunteer service. Next week on October 7th, we are going to be talking about building your resume. So again, the Office of Career Services, they'll lead this discussion on building a resume. And I can't wait. Just in our initial conversations, the things that your office has talked to me about, this marketing tool. Don't ask me why. I never thought of it as a marketing tool, but you're so correct. And I can't wait for the discussion. Just really quickly before we sign off, because I didn't see any questions in the chat, I want all Firebirds to know that we are going to celebrate homecoming next month. November. I'm already ahead. I'm thinking it's October. November 8th to the 13th, and that announcement will be coming out soon. We are going to celebrate the class of 1970. It is their golden anniversary, their 50th anniversary of graduating from the prestigious University of the District of Columbia. And we have some great entertainment in store for the class of 1970. That's going to be great. I have my email on the screen, alumni@udc.edu if you're interested in volunteering. I'm coming up with some great ideas, but I want to hear from everyone. I am talking to the class of 1970, and what we have in store, I think it doesn't make a difference which class you graduated from. You're going to enjoy the party that the class of 1970 is putting together. Also, this is our season of giving. It is underway. The combined federal campaign, it began on September 21st. And that is a campaign for federal government workers to support your philanthropic efforts. I'm hoping that as you make your decisions to give during the CFC season, please consider the university's foundation, UDC Foundation, and our CFC number is on your screen. Our number is 13321. For DC government employees, your giving season will begin with DC One Fund. In both funds, through payroll deductions, you can give to UDC Foundation, or you can give a one-time donation. Then December 1, we'll do Giving Tuesday. And please know that your donations, there's no such thing as a small donation. We have had to field many requests from our students during this pandemic. And because of generous donations from our alum, our giving community, we've been able to help students buy food, pay their rent, pay utility bills, and a number of other things. I'm so very grateful to the College of Agriculture, Urban Sustainability, and Environmental Sciences, and our fleet manager, Ronnie Hayes. They have been delivering fresh produce every week to a number of nonprofit organizations throughout the District of Columbia. A lot of fresh produce has been delivered east of the Anacostia River to Ward 7 and Ward 8. And I volunteer in Ward 8, that's where I live. And I've seen the truck pull up in my neighborhood and deliver food. A lot of that can only happen with your generous donation. So please, I know it's asking a lot, but if you can help us out, that would really be appreciated. I want to thank everyone who joined us today. This great presentation is going to be available for replay. So we definitely want everyone to share it. There are some recent grads that I really want to connect with, because the recent grads are the ones who reached out to me, and they are the ones who sparked this entire conversation. I know it's difficult out here, but employers, they're still hiring. They truly are. And again, as I said early on, we want you to be ready for the conversation. You are more than prepared. Trust me. I've been where you are. 2005 seems like it was a long time ago, but I feel like, I've been in your shoes, and it doesn't feel that long ago, but it's the conversation, how I was prepared coming out of the College of Arts and Sciences. They were incredible in preparing me for not just today's job market, but every job market. And I want the same for you. So please continue to stay tuned, reach out to the Office of Career Services. You can always reach out to me. We are still resources for you. If anyone from Career Services, you have any final words before we shut down this recording?
Thank you so much for having us. We're looking forward to being part of the rest of the webinar series.
Thank you. I really do appreciate the collaboration. So
And
further, go right ahead.
Yes, I have one more announcement. Just want to let alumni know that we do workshops on career readiness, career development, and we're having workshops to prepare for to help students and alumni be prepared for the virtual career fair, virtual internship and career fair. So make sure that you look on Handshake and check out your UDC emails to receive information about when those events are taking place.
Thank you for that. And also, I am sending out the flyer for the October 22nd virtual career internship fair. That's a part of my email as well to alum. So, forgive us if we are sending the same messages, a lot, but we really want to make sure you don't miss this information. Again, thank you so much for being with us today. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to alumni@udc.edu. Take care and continue to be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Palmer.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Palmer.
No, thank you guys. I'm going to stop the recording, but